Yeah. Well, there's quite a few things that you said. I just want to add some things that I've also found. So Amazon, Amazon has, if you go back a few months, you had sponsored products, sponsored brands, and also sponsored display. So now they have sponsored TV, but also sponsored brand was divided into sponsored brand video. So now they rolled everything into sponsored brand, and under sponsored brand, they are offering multiple different formats. Like one of them is right at the top of the page. When you do a search, you see the banner of a brand. They are actually able to incorporate multiple brands into that banner. And then when you select the brand, you have different product selections associated with the brand, all inside one banner. The reason why I bring this up is because what Amazon is doing is it's starting to put more and more focus on brand building through customer experience. And in that, they are incorporating and advocating, and this is the sponsored display mostly doing this, is audience building or audience based targeting. So what they are saying is don't rely on sponsored product to drive your revenue. Do a mix. And in that mix, utilize sponsored brand and sponsored display and do audience targeting. And in fact, their recommendation is a good advertising campaign utilizes about 60 something percent sponsored product, and the rest is spread across sponsored brand and sponsored display. And audience targeting had the emphasis. Now, DSP, for those who may not know, stands for demand side platform. And the fundamental difference between your typical Amazon advertising campaigns, sponsored product, brand, display, and DSP is you pay sponsored campaigns by click, but DSP, you pay by impression. So if people see it, depending on how many people saw it, you paid. In other words, it's go way back 3 decades ago when internet first started, you had that CPM model where per thousand, cost per thousand. So that is the model that the DSP employs, but the DSP is not suitable unless you have a significant amount of sponsored campaign history so that you know what it's about, because now you're going to just show. But now think about the power of combining the DSP with all the sponsored campaigns, all based on audience. And of course, those audiences are built according to behavior. So, and where does the behavior come into play? Through interaction with Rufus, AI, or whatever, which then feeds back into the search through this interpretation of those experiences, right? So that's what I'm hearing. And as far as killing, I don't know about, I mean, figure of speech, but at the end of the day, I think that they will always have these, but they are already in a way that they can justify why sellers should incorporate other campaigns than just sponsored products. There is another point that they made. They say that, let's say that you see a sponsored product listing and you click on it. You may not buy it right away, but you add it to your cart. Or you see it and you decide, again, I'll wait. If you do not run any other advertising campaign like sponsored brand, sponsored display, then your purchase time from that first click is much, much longer. But if you run other campaigns that support the sponsored product campaigns, then your purchase time shrinks right back. So what does that mean? Well, think about it. If 100 people are clicking on your sponsored product and 30 of them eventually buy, but they buy over 30 days versus 10 days, you've got more revenue, right? In a shorter period of time. So it's almost like it also increases your sales velocity because you're bringing more orders. So this is the reason why they were saying that don't just use sponsored product, use the others for audience targeting, for shortening the purchase cycle, and other benefits. That's already that it's heavily advocating for this. And then in the process, they are adding more and more new formats to the advertising types.